So now we're going to go over how to use the report wizard in Crystal Reports. Crystal Reports has a nice little wizard that helps you create reports quickly and easily. So we're going to go ahead and click on Report Wizard in our start page. And it comes up and asks you, what do you want to connect to? Now I have these connections that I've made before. You can get them in here at the ODBC, or we can look at them through My Connections because these are saved and we've used these before. So I'm actually going to use the Sequila database in this report. And I'm going to go through the staff table. Add that table to my database or to my report. So it's going to use information out of the staff table. Then we'll click Next. It's going to ask me now, what fields do I want to display in this report? Well, I want the staff ID, I want the first name, I want the last name. Let's do the picture. Let's email, the store. And that's enough fields here that I want to display. So I've got what their user ID is, first name, last name, the picture, email. This has 2 stores in this database. So we'll click Next. Report fields we've got there. Now group by. That means I want all the employees in this particular group stuck together and then do these others. I want to group by the store ID. Now you can group by things that are not in these report fields, but I'm going to do it with one that's in there, the store ID. That means it's going to put all the employees for one store together and then do the other store, put them together. Ascending order means the alphabetical, or in this case we got store 1 and store 2, so it'll do a numerical sort on that. Any sum, going to sum anything. We're not going to, we're not going to make any sums. Actually, we could take the staff ID, and instead of doing a sum on that, we're going to count the sum ID. So I want to count how many employees are at each store. We can do that. This is the group that will be sorted. We're not going to do any ordering or just displaying the top number or the bottom number, or things like that. No charts. No filters, meaning I don't want these particular staff members. We could do that on the active and say, don't give me any active. In this database, there are no inactive staff members. We'll do Next. And it's asking for a template. There's this one here, corporate, green ones, high contrast. I'm just going to use the wave template. So there's a bunch of different templates that do the formatting for us. And we click on Finish. And it builds our report, goes grabs the data, puts it out here. It takes just a moment. There we go. And there is our report. Now you'll notice we only have 1 member per store. And it automatically puts a $sign in the count here. I don't know why, it just does. We can format those, and we'll go over that later. But it automatically puts these things in here. And that is how to use the report wizard. Now there's one thing that happens with this particular report wizard. This little arch gets cut off in the middle of the page, and it actually causes it to print 2 pages instead of 1. I usually just bump that over a little bit. It's a little bit difficult sometimes to bump it over to the right place. I bumped it up too much. I need to make sure it gets over. Right against the edge, but not over. Otherwise it prints a second page. Right down to line up with the bottom of it. So there's a little bit, on a lot of these templates, there's a little bit of finagling you have to do in order to get them to look right. And that is building a